Hey guys, our world is changing fast. More and more guys are growing up without a good father at home. It's terrible. We are becoming a fatherless society. Some guys have never even met their fathers. And some wish that their father would care enough to spend time with them, quality time. And then there are some that wish they never even had a father because of the way that they behave. Drunk all the time, abusive, lazy, and the list just goes on. But in this video, I want to talk to you. And I want to tell you 5 important things that every guy out there without a father should know and understand. This might be the most important video that you will watch of your life. Let's get to it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong.
Now, just before I get into the 5 things, you need to know that if you grow up without a father, it might influence you negatively if you don't know how to deal with it correctly. They did an enormous amount of studies on this. And today we know that kids who grow up without a father in the home may experience diminished self-concept, behavioral problems, poor academic performance, violent crime, teen pregnancy, drug and alcohol abuse, homelessness. 90% of kids who run away have an absent father, experience emotional abuse, physical health problems, mental health problems, and bad relationships. You can also check this out at Psychology Today. But you need to know that it doesn't mean that all of these things will happen to you. Some of these things are just more likely to happen. But you know what? Underdogs make the best types of life stories. And you can choose to make a success out of your life by dealing with all the issues and moving forward by making the right choices. And to help you do it, I'm going to go through 5 important things that you need to know and understand. Let's start with the first one. Your father does not have to be your father figure. There are good men out there, strong, confident, humble, and successful men that you can learn from. If your father cannot really be a good father figure, then look for a good father figure in someone else. There are many good role models out there that leave a legacy behind. And all the lessons, life lessons they learned in books or videos. And then choose the right type of friends, good quality friends that will help you to become not just a good man, but a great man. You are not your father. Your genes does not just come from your dad, but from thousands of people before him in the family tree. And guess what? You are not one of them. You are your own person. You are unique. You have your own story to live, your own journey, and no one can do it for you. You are not your father, and you are not your past. If you have a father who is not a great dad, you need to remember he is the way he is, probably because he never dealt with his own issues, and he doesn't know how to. But you are different. You still have your whole life in front of you. And you need to be hungry. You need to be starving to be better. This deep drive, desire deep within you to be the best that you can be. Don't compare yourself to other people, not to your father and not to other people. Your father is not your competition. Your friends are not your competition. Other people are not your competition or your enemy. And you don't need to try to be better or try to beat them. You are your own worst enemy. And you need to fight yourself to achieve success. Be the best that you can be every single day of your life. You will fail many times in this life, but failure itself does not make you a failure. You know, I had a dad who was not always perfect. In fact, there's no such thing as a perfect father because no one is perfect. I'm not perfect and you're not perfect. But one of the things that I learned from my dad is to never give up, never stay down. He made many mistakes, but he always got up. He stood up like a man. He owned it, and then he tried again and again and again until he was successful. Believe me, you will make many mistakes in this life. There's no question about it. Bill Gates was a Harvard dropout and watched his first company, Data, crumble and fall to pieces. Steve Jobs was fired by his own company at 30. Albert Einstein could not even speak fluently until the age of 9, and he was expelled from school. Steven Spielberg, the great movie director, had poor grades in high school and was rejected by the University of Southern California 3 times. Let me give you a quote from Michael Jordan, the famous basketball player. "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeed." Failure has the power to make you very strong, but only if you own your mistakes and learn from it. Don't always blame yourself. It's not your fault that you don't have a dad, or that he is never around, or that he drinks. It's not your fault. Sometimes life is unfair, and you can't always control everything. But you can always control how you think about it and how you react to it. And apart from that, if you fail at something, it doesn't mean that it's always your fault. Whenever something happens, there's always hundreds, thousands of other factors involved in every action. And sometimes an opportunity will just close. But you know, when one door closes, another one usually opens up. Just be patient for it. And when it opens up, go for it. Know what a real man is. A real man is not selfish, does not make excuses, does not run from his responsibilities. He does not hit a woman, and is never arrogant or boastful. A real man is humble, honest, open-minded, stands up for what he believes in. He treats other people with respect. He works hard. He builds up those around him. He takes care of his family, physically and emotionally. He has self-control and pursues truth, justice, and integrity. What kind of man are you? And what kind of man do you want to be? The choice was, is, and will always be yours.